Hey, how's it going, guys? What's going on with you? As always, it's a beautiful day. As always, I'm gonna go ahead and hop on and screen share with you guys real quick. That way, you guys can see what I'm seeing and get the nuggets out of this lesson today. So, today, what we're going over is a straight line. Okay, in between the start and the finish, the end result. Okay, of your journey. This journey may take anywhere from 2 to 10 years. Hopefully it doesn't take 10 years for you to get online. I'm going to help you guys eliminate as many distractions as possible. With anything that is you guys are looking to accomplish. So we're just going to make a very basic goal here. Okay, and um, let's just say that the end goal that you're trying to do is you're trying to get in shape. Okay, so at the finish, you're trying to get down to 190 pounds. Okay. And before here, you're sitting at somewhere around like 250. Okay. Now, in order for you to get there, yeah, you're gonna have to map everything out. Do your little RPM, rapid planning method for that. But along the way, there are gonna be distractions that are gonna try to pull you away from what it is that you want to do. Okay, and you got to make sure that you're not falling victim to these different distractions that may be in the way. Okay, so what are some of the things that can block you? I know a few of these for me that are down here that could block me from going from 250 pounds down to 190. One of them could be games. Um, not for me personally. The ones personally for me that I will struggle with the most. Okay, things get in the way as far as going from 250 pounds to 190. Um, one thing that can get in the way is is for one, stress. Okay, stress gets in the way. I feel so stressed out. I'm like, oh my gosh, I have a whole bunch on my plate. I need to get into the gym, and I need to do this, and then I need to do that, and then I need to do this. I just feel so stressed out sometimes. Another thing that can get in the way is laziness. Which I'll explain later on how to break the habit of laziness. But main thing is just get up and do it. You just interrupt that habit and just get up and do it. Okay. Another thing that can get in the way is the next big thing. The next big thing gets in the way sometimes. Looking at oh man, someone else has this workout plan and whatnot, and then aside from that, another thing that gets in the way, friends like, hey, you want to go hang out, and that cuts out of my gym time and things like that and such. So we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna start this. We're gonna go ahead and start this lesson, but I want you guys to realize that this right here is a straight line. What's the quickest distance between 2 points? The start and the finish. The quickest distance is going to be this straight line that runs straight and through here. Okay, it's not a that, then this, then that, then this, then that, then this, then that. Here, it's going to be a straight line. That's going to be the quickest way for you to get to anywhere it is that you decide to go. So this is kind of helping you guys eliminate some of these distractions that are out there. And I'm going to show you guys, how you guys can get through this. Okay. But first of all, you're going to have to understand it's based on these few things right here to where it is that you want to go. So, for example, okay, for example, let's just say that this right here, we're gonna bring another example into the picture. So let's say you're in the trading, you're in the E-minded trading services. You're using those, okay? And this is how it is going to be for your trading. Your end result is going to be consistent equity growth, okay? How are you going to get into that? First of all, you're going to have to believe in the method that it is that you're trading, because if you don't believe, then you're not going to be able to put the time forward to get to understand it. Okay, because since you don't believe, you don't have the belief, you're not going to want to stick with it. You might be able to, get into it for a little bit, but then you're going to kind of go off and bounce off and wander off into the next big thing. Okay, so you have to break through this barrier. Okay, and sometimes it's hard to break through. You try and bounce in, you penetrate right back off, and you try to bounce in again, right back off, and then you break through, and you look back, and you're like, no, no, this is for me. And then it comes to understanding. This one right here is a really hard one to really get down. You actually believe in the method. You see people who have been succeeding for it, or succeeding, through this method, and then you um, get to the point where, like, yes, I like this method a lot. I'm going to continue studying it, studying it, studying it. And then you get down to the point where you actually understand it and you are through this barrier. After you fully understand the method and you understand how to trade, and you're getting to that point, you're kind of just hitting that last little push where you have to get to that consistent growth. You have to get to that consistent equity growth. Or with anything else that it is, um, it could be like I said with the other example, working out. You have to believe in the workout program first. Okay, that's going to make you want to stick with it. Okay, then you're going to move on, and then you're going to where you're going to start applying um, the things, from the diet and from the workout method, and then you're going to actually start to see um, consistent growth or consistent weight loss. So this is the three areas that you really need to focus on. One is your belief level. Two is the practice that's going to get you to where it is that you need to be. And then three is actually working on being consistent with that practice, okay? Using that practice, okay? Not just bringing in the information of it, but actually applying it. That's going to be the last step for all those. So belief, use, and then applying, the application process. Those are going to be your three steps no matter what it is that you're trying to do, whether it is with your RPM, with you achieving the great life you want physically, or emotionally and mentally, or with your finances, or with your relationships. It's going to come in that order: belief, the practice, consistency, no matter what it is. Okay, so how are we going to eliminate some of these so that you don't go here and get bounced off, oh, to Facebook, to the next big thing, and then you get distracted by work, and then you decide you want to take a little bit of a break from work, you go on the hobbies, and you go back over here to the line. You're like, oh my gosh, I've been away for so long. And next thing you know, you come back over here because life got in the way. You're about to have a kid and you got to get ready for that. And then after that, you feel, a little bit lazy because you've been working so hard, and then you want to relax. And then, you go on to money issues, and then to doubt. And then you get back over here. Oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh. I can't believe I strayed away from the path. I strayed away from the path. I strayed away from the path. Oh my, oh my, oh my. And then things are going good for a while, and you go back over here and you go off and dabble into fun, and then ladies, and then you decide that you want to watch, catch up on something on television. You're like, oh my gosh, oh my gosh. And you continue to do the same thing, and then you go way back over here, and then you got to restart way back here to inch your way forward, and then get distracted by doubt, and then fun, and then drugs, and then laziness, and then life, and then back over here to your path. And you got to inch your way forward just to go back here and then restart. So how are we going to get rid of some of these different distractions? Okay, with Facebook, how can Facebook be a distraction to some of you guys? Is it that it just grabs your attention? Is it that just whenever you get bored, you start to scroll through your phone? get distracted, and then out of nowhere, you look up at the clock and a whole hour has went by. How are some ways you can get rid of this distraction? Okay, if it is, you get on your phone and you're bored, and you got things you can be doing that are productive, go ahead and delete Facebook. Just delete the app. Delete the app. Get that distraction out of your life. Now, ask yourself: is this going to be worth it? Is it going to be worth deleting Facebook so that I can get to here faster? Okay, is it? Because if you delete Facebook, I'm sure some of these other ones right through here are going to be able to get out the picture. That could be one thing right there. It grabs your attention um, because a notification went off. Turn your notifications off. Your life is not plugged into this app. This is just an app that's um that's helping you get connected to friends. This does not have to be your life. Okay, this does not have to be your life. Every time you get a notification, you don't have to check it. So turn your notifications off if it's just grabbing your attention, and it's losing, it's taking away from your time to be working on your goals. Okay, how are we going to get rid of this distraction right here, the next big thing? You're working on this trading method, and all of a sudden out of nowhere you see another trading method pop up. How are you going to get rid of that? It's a simple way to honestly eliminate this one, get this one the heck out of here. How are you going to do that? The way you're going to do this is to believe. Okay, this goes back to this right here. First step is believe. Okay, once you get the belief down in whatever method it is, or whatever way, or whatever plan that you have down, what's going to happen is you're going to get to the point where you're like, yeah, I mean, so and so's got this plan right here, good for them. But I'm already like, what, 2 years into my plan? Yeah, I got this. I'm pretty sure I got this. Okay. So that's where this comes in. You gotta have that belief. Okay. How do you get rid of laziness? Okay, let's just go ahead and mark this one off now. You should know how to get rid of laziness. It's it's so simple. Okay, you get in the habit of becoming lazy. What do you do to break that habit? Okay, whenever the habit comes up, you're gonna just want to interrupt that laziness. Just hop up and do something. You start to feel lazy, hop up and do something. I have a friend who whenever he gets that feeling like he's lazy, lethargic, anything like that, what he does as soon as he feels that way, he's like, no, this is not me. This is not me. I'm gonna hop up right now and I'm gonna do something. So every time he feels that urge to be lazy or something like that, he gets up, he does sit-ups, push-ups, something to make him move. And that way, whenever he feels lazy, he's like, you know what? Yeah, I I deserve to relax for a second because I just hopped up and I got some work done. I'll push this out real quick. Okay, he interrupts that laziness with productiveness. Okay, he just interrupts it. How do you get rid of this doubt? Okay, some of you guys may be thinking like, oh my gosh, like doubt is just a terrible thought. Like it's just something that it comes across me and I don't know what to do with it because I feel this uncertainty. Okay. How do you get rid of uncertainty? Think about all the things that you're grateful for. Okay. Look back and reflect on the things that you do have and the things that you are going to have. And then you're going to start feeling grateful. And pretty soon, this feeling of doubt is going to be gone. You're going to blot this feeling out of your life. Okay. Another way to get rid of this doubt, okay, is to do this. And I'll be explaining this more in depth later on. But think about this. Emotion is just your inner feelings that are expressed whenever your body does a certain motion. So, for example, if you wanted to feel timid, you could start talking slower and you could do things that you would feel that you would do if you were timid, and then after a while you would actually start to feel timid, right? Because you were acting that way, and then soon you start to act you start to feel the way you act. Okay, so if you wanted to feel very timid and shy, you might take little deep breaths and alter the way that you're talking, and you might not make eye contact. But no, if you wanted to feel confident, you're gonna sit up here, you're gonna stand up, and you have great posture, and you're gonna feel great. You're gonna move like you're 18 again, and you're gonna talk like you're the man. Okay, that's how you get rid of doubt. Replace that emotion, replace that body motion. Okay, that you feel whenever you feel doubtful. Go ahead and change your body motion, and soon you will start to feel confident. So this right here, that's one way to get rid of that emotion, doubt. Just blot that out. That's terrible. You don't want that in your life. That's not going to do you any good at all. Okay, what's something, ladies? Here's a hard one for me because I get some distractions sometimes. I'll go up to the winery with my laptop um, and have a glass, planning on doing some homework. Next thing I know, I'm flirting. What's a way you can get rid of distraction, ladies? Stay at home. Don't reply to text messages. Just kind of, you just gotta say, hey, I'm working right now. I'm working on my dream. And if you're not really for that, then that's all right. We'll hang out on some other time where I actually have free time to go ahead and hang out with you, not on my working time while I'm working on my goals. Okay, that's one way you can do that. And it's the same way with friends. Okay, and it's the same way with family. Okay. Now, I'm not saying block out your family and friends and just be like, no, I'll talk to you another time and push them off to the edge. What I'm saying is know the difference between your time to work on your goals and your dreams, and know the difference between time to go and have that balance and have fun. If you're in the middle of a business meeting, you're not going to just pick up the phone and be like, hey, what's up, man? And start a 15-minute conversation with them. But you will, whenever you're working on a project or something like that, for yourself. If you were to treat your whatever it is that you're working on, whether it's a project or you're in the gym, if you were to treat that like you would your job and act as if it was another job, you would probably do a lot better. And I'm not just saying, just saying, act like it's a job just because you want it to pay you like a job or give you the result like a job. No, think about it. When you're at work and you're at work and whatever happens, the phone rings, your phone rings, you're short with that person. You're like, okay, I have to get a result because my boss needs this result. Okay, you're in the process of getting this result for your boss because he's paying you. You need to act the same exact way whenever you're doing your own thing. Okay, and then going on into some of these other distractions. Okay, for example, where's one outside? Okay, for example, work, distraction, work. This can get in the way. And you're like, I have to pick up more and more hours this week because, man, my boss wants me to pick up more hours. Half the time, honestly, man, your job does not depend on if your boss asks you, can you pick up this shift? It does not mean that your boss is going to fire you because you did not pick up this shift. He may have a little bit more favor towards you for that, but it does not mean that your boss is going to fire you. He gave you that time off for a reason. You actually need it. Okay. Um, so how are some other ways that work can get in your way? Okay. People giving you calls about work when you're not at work. Okay. Don't pick those. I mean, I'm not going to say don't pick those up, but honestly, I don't pick those up. Someone calls me about work when I'm not at work. I'm like, okay, talk to me about this at work right now. I'm working on videos for my website, or right now I'm working on my trading. I'm working on me right now. This is my time to work on me. Okay. How exactly can life get in the way? And how can you prevent life from getting in the way? There's different incidents and tragedies. Not all of them are going to be able to be avoided. Obviously, if someone passed away in the family, um, you know, it's not, I'm not going to say don't go to the funeral. I'm definitely not going to say don't go to the funeral. You need to make sure that you're there for your family and friends whenever times get tough and things like that. But the way that you're going to be, able to take some of these out of the equation with life, some of the different things, just stop spending as much time focusing on them whenever you're trying to get things done for your business. Okay, drugs, just quit. Just freaking quit. If you need to go see, um, if you need to go to rehab, or you need to, do what you need to do so you can get rid of that one. You definitely want to. I'm drawing a big circle because you definitely want to get rid of that one. Because if you can't think straight as a trader, you're not going to be able to freaking trade. Okay. Fun. Just knowing the difference between what time you need to have fun and what time you need to work on your goals, your dreams, and stuff like that. Okay, and that's honestly the same thing with hobbies. Okay, television. It's practically the same thing. That's practically the same thing. Uh, honestly, those all four go in together. Okay, your entertainment and all that stuff, those can get in the way. Just cut the TV off. Just cut the game system off and say, hey, look, I need to get some work done now. It's time for me to actually get some work done. Um, how can you get rid of some of these money issues? One, start saving money. Start investing money. Three, start budgeting better. Okay, those are just a few different ways you can get rid of that one. Stress. What are some ways you can get rid of stress? The same way you would get rid of that doubt. The same way you get rid of stress. Okay, start doing things. Start changing your emotions up so that you can start feeling more. Move as if you were excited. Okay, change that up. Just say, what emotion do I want to feel right now? Okay, I feel very stressed, but what emotion do I really feel right now is very fit for this, and is going to kick me into gear so I can get things done and quit worrying about what's going on right now at home, or what's going on right now across the country because we just got bombed by whoever over there on the other end of the country. Things like that. How are you going to kick stress out the window? It's very honest. Not honest. It's very obvious. You're just going to quit worrying about it. That's what's going to get you there. Is you're just going to quit worrying so much about it. Okay, there's there's one of my mentors. He used to say when he was younger, he was extreme. He was an extreme warrior. Okay, and I'm not saying warrior as in he was, very brave and loved to fight his battles and stuff like that. No, he was an extreme worrier. He loved to worry and everything. And that kicked his butt every single day because he would spend his time worrying about things that he did not need to worry about, and in the end result, that would just make it even worse and he would feel stressed out and whatnot. But then whenever he decided that he was going to stop worrying and stop paying that much attention to it, he was going to start thinking about all the things he was grateful for. Then he started changing and he became a lot better off and he actually became more stress free. Okay. So these are some of the ways you can get through this. And now you look at this, you start eliminating those things. Now, what are you going to run off to? You're going to feel like there's nothing over here, Then you're going to start to look for more stuff that you can go and get into. The point of this is you just got rid of all of those there so you can just coast on through and get down from 250 all the way down to 190. Okay, that's the end result. Being able to get through, you have the belief in the system that you're going through, you understand the practice and you're working on the practice of it, and then you get to the point of consistency with that practice. That's where you end up getting to where you want to go. You just have to break straight through these three barriers. Okay, not looking back, doing the best that you can in order to get through there, and then you're going to be on your way to consistent growth. All right. So thank you guys for tuning in. It has been a pleasure to give you guys this presentation. You guys have a great day and stay blessed.